morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Welcome once more to another video podcast of Alexandra Mayers Live. If you follow my Twitter on @AlexMayersLive, over the past 48 hours or so, you may have been surprised in regards to some things I tweeted. I got a bit personal there. I don't regret it, because I'm a human being. I'm not a character. What I share with you, what I've shared with all of you over the past few years, is my actual life. So, give me a break. Also keep in mind, and I'm admitting this, I'm a recovering alcoholic. And I'm not ashamed of that, because I am a recovering alcoholic, and I will be a recovering alcoholic my entire life. As of September 26th, 2019, that's when I changed my life, and it has been so hard, but I'm doing it, and I'm actually very surprised that I've gotten as far as I have, because I'm not really getting any support. Not much at all. Not on the home front, not when it comes to people around me, not when it comes to people who I've gotten to know remotely from a distance, who really should have been more supportive, but who in actuality, it seems, have tried to sabotage my efforts. But it's all okay, because I'm getting through it. I'm okay. But I know other people similar to me who may have walked a path similar to mine may not be okay. And I want them to know that they're not alone. Over the next few weeks, months, however long it takes, I want to talk specifically about the element of mental illness within the adult entertainment industry. Those of you who have followed me for years, you know that I have examined and talked about, provided commentary on, provided news on, researched independently, investigated independently the adult entertainment industry via my personal blogs, via pornnewstoday.com, via YouTube, whatever. And you know that there have been things that I have not been able to quite wrap my mind around because they seemed illogical to me. I couldn't understand certain behavior I was witnessing. And you know why I couldn't understand it? Because it wasn't logical. What I've been looking at over the past few years is a mental illness epidemic within the adult entertainment industry. There are experts out there, people who are psychiatrists, psychologists, whatever, who could have brought this more to light to the general populace, but I think that there's an active effort to suppress some of the things, some of the observations, thoughts, ideas, news that I'm going to bring to some of you out there in the general public when it comes to that mental illness epidemic within the adult entertainment industry. And I'll tell you why I think that suppression is taking place. I think it's because the powers that be that control the adult entertainment industry have found it is far easier to control a mentally ill individual, to enslave them, than somebody who might have issues, but who overall is mentally healthy. I'd say I'm the latter. I've had issues throughout my life, things that had nothing to do with the adult entertainment industry, things that had more to do with family dynamics I was raised within, social dynamics that I've dealt with, okay? But I've lived, I'm functional. Actually, I think I'm a little bit more than functional if you look at my body of work, if you look at the kind of person I am. But this mental illness situation, there are mentally ill people within the adult entertainment industry to where their mental illness is being covered up, to where they're being enabled to such a capacity that they're not just harming themselves, they are harming other people. They are, in some cases, killing other people within the industry and outside of the industry, and nobody's really talking about it. And that's not good. And I would like a solid answer as to exactly why. Now, over the past few days, if you do follow me on Twitter, you will see that I have been very disappointed when it comes to somebody that I considered a friend, who I thought was a friend, but who in actuality appears to be a very mentally ill individual and somebody who's an excellent actress. Somebody known as Melissa Hill. Initially, I tried to be very nice about this situation. I don't completely understand the situation, honestly, and it's not for me to do so. But I've chosen to disconnect from this individual. Never want to talk to them again in my life. Very glad I never met them in person. And at this stage, they need to basically keep me out of their mind, not talk about me. When it comes to the adult entertainment industry or the adult industry support group, the AI support group, which was something I was endorsing, at this time, people don't join it because the individual known as Melissa Hill is who founded it, who operates it, and unfortunately, she's not trustworthy. I told this woman some very personal things I don't even mind, truthfully, that the general populace knows about me or my family. That's why I put out certain tweets, just to put it out there myself, because she has no damn right to talk about me. Because I thought that when I was talking to her, I was talking to somebody in confidence. I wasn't. And that's not someone who should be running any goddamn support group. So I'm just going to read these tweets, and I'll post some other podcasts in regards to just a couple of blogs that I want to read out loud so that they're in video format as well as written format. So here are the tweets I posted, and this is 6 days ago. And in these tweets, I do say, because this is how I felt at the time, I felt that, hey, this woman known as Melissa Hill, overall, she's a good person, just suffering from some mental illness. But you can be a mentally ill individual and also not be a good person. And you got a lot of that going on in the adult entertainment industry. I was going to keep this quiet, but sometimes things just are as they are. And I have never been one for secrets. I don't think the woman known as Melissa Hill is a bad person, but I can't and won't enable someone who's not willing to accept help that could save their life. I'm not the only one aware of the situation revolving around my previous tweet. The situation is not funny. It's very real. And the woman known as Melissa Hill is not the only one linked to the pornography industry who needs serious help. It's apparent that Donald Sion does, as do countless other active and retired porn stars. Many of us annoying adult industry bloggers have noticed the porn industry's mental illness epidemic. Myself, Luke Ford, Gene Ross, etc. Why do you think so many porn stars commit suicide? Undiagnosed mental illness. The reality is the adult entertainment industry thrives on mentally ill individuals. That's why there will never be a test administered to new talent to see if they're mentally ill or not. Mentally ill people will never be banned from pornography. The only problem is what to do with the mentally ill performers whose shelf life has expired. In the past, such people just faded away. But now, due to the easy accessibility of the internet, we're seeing who they are and their steady deterioration. Such people have become a liability to the industry. There are theoretical solutions that would work for people like the woman known as Melissa Hill and the man known as Donnie Long. But it would take people who genuinely care, plus substantial funding And unfortunately, such people and funding does not exist. Here and there, people do offer to help such people. A woman named Connie did in regards to the woman who calls herself Melissa Hill. But Melissa declined the help. She is a 50-year-old woman, so no one can make her do a thing. She is also surrounded by males who will readily enable her until the day she dies. And for the record, I equate any man who knowingly exploits sexually a mentally ill woman to a rapist. I personally don't feel that a person who is mentally ill can consent to performing in the pornography industry. So now you all know a bit more of the truth. I'll continue to blog, bring awareness to things. I'll even try to find a bit of comedy in it all. But just keep in mind, I know what I'm talking about. I've been sober since September 26, 2019, and I'm not out to make friends. No. I'm not out to make friends because it's taken me a long time to become my own best friend, to respect myself, to love myself, to want to take proper care of myself. Part of why I'm as hurt as I am when it comes to this Melissa Hill individual or woman who wants to call herself Melissa Hill is because I trusted her. Thank God it didn't get to the point that it could have gotten to. I was considering being a roommate with her, but thank God it didn't go there. Thank God. So that's about it for this podcast. Look for some others today in regards to some very important commentary that needs to be put in video form. Have a good one.